guys, Dakota here, and today I'm going to explore whether or not techwear actually is expensive. If you are into techwear, you're into the marriage of the function and the form, and you achieve this aesthetic that is able to look cool and also protect you from weather or possibly give you more room for movement or just ease of wear compared to other clothes. One of the biggest narratives that I see online is that techwear is just very expensive, and this leads to a very big barrier of entry, and most people can't really get into the aesthetics is the argument that I see. But I think if you're coming from a background where you care about the aesthetics and you care about brands and designers and things like that, I think that you are probably more willing to spend money on clothes than the average person. And I think in the world of fashion, brands like Acronym and Arc'teryx, Phalanx, and other expensive high-end techwear brands are not all that different than any other designer brand. What you're going to want to take into account is that, these fashion labels like any designer or big name brand or any of the techwear ones, they are manufacturing clothes that they are sourcing the materials from places that are a lot more expensive than, let's say, H&M or Walmart, because they're not purchasing them at a large enough bulk compared to those other brands. They are also purchasing higher quality goods, and on top of that, they are making clothes and paying people at a better wage than you would for something like fast fashion that you get for cheap. Just consider this. This never made sense to me. How can I go to Target or Walmart and get a shirt for $10? Like, where along that chain of supply are there children dying? Because it just doesn't make any sense that you're milling cotton, putting it together in a factory, putting dye into it, and then maybe a print or something like that, and then it gets shipped all the way from China to the United States. I just don't get how that item can be that cheap. It's not sustainable, and it's probably just not a good system. So supporting designer brands and higher end clothes, you're not only supporting a better living style for the people who are making it, you're also supporting an artist that you like, because let's get this out of the way. It's obviously purely for aesthetics. If you wanted to be more eco-friendly, you could just go thrift clothes and not make an impact on it. I have a bunch of websites up right now. I'm going to investigate the prices of other high-end brands and then comparable brands to other techwear companies, like plain ones such as North Face and things like that have technical garments. And we're gonna see if techwear actually is expensive. Right now, I'm on the homepage of all the designers on Sense, and just right off the bat, I didn't even have to search anything, but there's a coat right here that's Comme des Garçons, and it is $3,230. Now, I have the Acronym website up as well, and let's look at their first jacket, the J66 GT. That's a Gore-Tex jacket, and this one is 1,600 euros, which is probably like $1,800 or so. It's half the price. I mean, both of them could give you a decent amount of protection, I'd assume. This Comme des Garçons one is gabardine, which I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'll put up the spelling on there. Let me know, because I've always wondered if you pronounce that correctly, which is really densely woven cotton, and it's oftentimes weather resistant. So here's an item that's also weather resistant. It's a designer piece. It is $3,000, and that's just on the homepage, as opposed to an $1,800, I guess, designer techwear piece that will also protect you from weather. And I mean, it has a hood, so that's an added feature compared to this Comme des Garçons one. Let's go back down and just scroll on Sense's website and see what else we can find to compare to Acronym. Acronym is the best brand to kind of make this comparison of the highest price items, because they are the most expensive techwear brand. Here's some more Comme des Garçons that's on the front page now, a bunch of new stuff. They have a bunch of different trousers ranging from $500 to $900. So right there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of pants. Acronym, something similar. Now, Acronym's prices have gone up like 20, 30, 40% in the past few years from shopping from them years ago, and also seeing price tags from other people's items from seasons like 2008 or so. They used to release even their most coveted silhouettes for like way cheaper than they do now. But even considering the very expensive price that Acronym is now, let's look at a pair of their pants. I think they're around $1,000 or so for some pants right now. So yeah, 1,000 euros for these 3/4 crop pants, the P22s. That's about $1,200 right there. And on the front page of Sense, I was able to find $920 pants, so I'm a little bit cheaper here, but like I said, not even looking that hard, and I'm finding prices that are pretty similar. And for people who are into designer fashion and just fashion in general, I think that a lot of people kind of get flack for how expensive the items are, but at the end of the day, you are paying because you want a piece from a certain designer and you want to support them and you want the very unique silhouette that you're getting. So I just don't really see how that's different in the techwear world. Let's go to a different designer. Let's choose Undercover, because I know that they have Gore-Tex jackets, so let's see if they have any Gore-Tex out right now and see if that's comparable to Acronym. No, nothing right there. Let's look at their t-shirts. They have t-shirts for $135 is the cheapest ones, and then $175 are the most expensive cotton t-shirts from Undercover. Let's see. I don't know if Acronym has any t-shirts right now. I know that recently in one of the drops they had like a $600 freaking, is it right here? Tank top? Yeah. $700 euros. Now, okay. This piece is probably the most ridiculous Acronym piece that I've been able to find in recent years. Like, that's just insane. It's made out of like a high density jersey, so it's just a jersey for $700-800. That's kind of ridiculous. That kind of reminds me of some of Rick Owens' pieces though, or maybe some Fear of God. So let's see if we can find something that is similar. Okay, another good price to compare items. Fear of God. Here's a denim coat, $2,100 for this denim coat. $1,100 for plaid trousers. Now, both of these items people get just because of the designer name and the aesthetics completely. So, you know, like I said, once again, very similar. Now let's move on to handbags and satchels and things like that, because one of the most popular items, most coveted Acronym piece is their side bags, which they don't have any on the site right now, but they're around $1,000 to $1,500 or so, including import fees and such. So let's just look at bags on Sense's website. The first bag is a little backpack that's $700. It's a Raf Simons red backpack. Here's a similar bag, a messenger bag, because that's what a lot of the Acronym ones are. Low, I guess is the brand. Gray multi-tone military messenger bag. $2,225. It's probably made out of leather, calfskin. So, like I said, luxury materials are going to lead you at a very high price, especially when you have artisans making it in Europe compared to, you know, child slaves in Bangladesh or China. Let's move on to a cheaper brand and let's see how much this line costs that Arc'teryx has. They have a lifestyle line, which is just kind of aesthetically cool clothes that are also technical. Not necessarily full-on tech ninja dystopian future like Acronym, but Arc'teryx is another line of Valence is more expensive, so I'm not going with them. I'm just going with some of their mainline stuff, but it's called Lifestyle, and they have just normal clothes on here. And we'll compare this to Banana Republic, which is I think is a brand that is kind of similar to Arc'teryx in terms of size and quality and price of things. So there's this long sleeve shirt here that is wrinkle resistant and urban style long sleeve for hot weather. So it's a technical garment for $100 on Arc'teryx site. Very simple basic for a button-up shirt, $100. Seems pretty standard to me. I'm gonna go over to Banana Republic now and look at, okay, well, their brand new shirts, Tech Stretch Cotton, so another technical garment. They have a bunch of different designs for $80. So $20 difference, that's around the same price right there. I mean, if you guys can point out specific things that are ridiculously or significantly more expensive, I'd love to see. I want to make this discussion present and more thought out in the community, because there's just, you know, when you come from a place where you're buying H&M pants for $40 and a t-shirt for $10 and you've been doing that your whole life or doing things like that, it is incredibly ridiculous to pay hundreds of dollars for a piece of clothing. But I think if you're into fashion, it's just not a stretch to say that you know, I'll never afford a techwear piece, or I'll never see myself buying an Acronym jacket or something like that. Let's look at some pants. Heavyweight casual canvas pants from this line by Arc'teryx, $120. Comes in different colors. Seems pretty normal for something like that, especially if it's a technical pant. Oh, they even have technical pants now. I guess they kind of have like little technical twists coming out on Banana Republic right now. Skinny Heather Traveler pant. So I think that means that they have more room for movement. There's probably some articulation, but $100, about $98. That's pretty similar in pricing. Thus far, the two items that I've compared between Banana Republic and Arc'teryx has been a $20 difference, but in the end, I don't really think that makes that much of a difference. That's a pretty much same price range. Their denim is $120. Let's move on to their polos and shirts. Those are $50 on Banana Republic's site, and on Arc'teryx site, let's see how much their polos are. Arc'teryx has some polos for $70. So similar pricing. Like I said, Arc'teryx is like 20 bucks more, a little bit more expensive. They have a bunch of different silhouettes and cuts though in this lifestyle line. So you have a wide range of prices. Commuting pants, $140. Long sleeve shirts, $110. Now, something that I find that you cannot escape in any range of clothing, whatever price point, the jump between a t-shirt versus like a jacket that you're wearing for warmth in the winter or for protection in the rain is just insane. Like any normal brand is going to have like a $500 jacket or more. For example, right here, just a normal insulated Gore-Tex parka from Arc'teryx's lifestyle line, $700. That's kind of crazy. 3-in-1 tri-climate Gore-Tex parka from North Face, $800 right there. That's just, you know, that's kind of the range you're getting in when you're trying to get these super high-end proprietary fabric technical garments. It just becomes expensive. So I hope this video opened your guys' eyes when it comes to the price of fashion and designer clothes. Let me know what you think. I want to have a discussion about this in the comments and maybe even a debate about it. But like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. I will catch you next time. Stay Gucci.